We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. How about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Elliott, the ball carrier, brought down at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Davidson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Off-play action. Davidson. Able to hit his target lane. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Caught by Nelson left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's Barber. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad.
And he coughed it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Hopkins on for the extra point.
Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They go play action here on first down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down,
Dallas. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
27-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup, and a Cowboy first down.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete.
CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Davidson going to take a shot for Gallup into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They'll run with McKissick. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
J.D. McKissick.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From midfield now, Haskins. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's McKissick. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Check 24, check 24. Switch, switch, switch. Anyway.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
To throw on 3rd down, Davidson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
1st and 10. at their own 44-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Back at the 41-yard line.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the... And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. This is Elliott. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
The ball carrier.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped Pat.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
The ball carrier.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, we dominate today.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On 1st down, Davidson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Off the play fake. Davidson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Haskins will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. They're not ready for this, man.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Tim carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Second down at their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Davidson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott.
Davidson.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up
now back to the ground with Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Ronald Darby brought him down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
11-yard line.
Now Haskins to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Haskins. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
11 yards. It's 4th down.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
For the Washington field goal, a 26-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 25-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Davidson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Another 3 and out.
On 4th down, Davidson. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action now. Haskins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike, 55.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Elliott, toss right. Still going. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys!
To number 8.
CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. A nice throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
For Dallas.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So that one will be accepted. Haskins going to try to throw it. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Haskins. It's caught. Nelson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
At the 49-yard line.
Now Haskins on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Off play action. Davidson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
On play action, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Check 55, come on. Check 55.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called.
Second down.
Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 1 final shot. They'll look to throw. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that?